Good evening and welcome along to this live stream of Farnham Town versus Gloucester City, a huge clash at the top of the Southern Premier South. I'm Ben Smith, joined by Farnham Chairman Harry Hugo. And Harry, things couldn't have gone much better on Saturday. Hopefully more of the same tonight from a Farnham perspective.
Yeah, it was an excellent Saturday performance. First 45 minutes were incredibly bright. The front four looked like they clicked. There's one change this evening to that front four, but very, very exciting first 45 minutes. Blew Taunton away, and overall a very good weekend for Farnham Town, as the ladies also got through in the Women's FA Cup. So really, really good weekend to be a Farnham Town fan. It all rolls into tonight. First versus second for the third time this season involving a Farnham Town team. Only 3 first versus second fixtures so far in this league. All have involved Farnham. Tonight, Gloucester City, the opponents, but we've played against Poole when they were top and Sholing when they were top. So it's been a top of the table start to the season, and Farnham are unbeaten.
Yeah, it starts to get a bit serious now, doesn't it? You can start to actually look at that league table, and it's not a fluke, it's not fake. It's starting to really show the teams that are going to compete at the top end this season. Yeah,
we're probably about 5 more games away from it actually really sorting itself out. But if I look at the top 5 teams sitting in that at the top of the division right now, I look at them and I think they're probably 5 of the best teams in the division, and I wouldn't be shocked if that was the 5 that were in the top 5 come the end of the season. Obviously a long way to go, and only 7, 8, and after tonight 9 games played. But it's what I would say about this league is full of quality. Everyone can beat everyone. We've seen that across the league so far, and it's exciting to be a part of. It really is, and this is a big game for us tonight. Gloucester City are probably one of the biggest teams to have come to the Memorial Ground in Farnham history, if we're honest. Certainly one of the biggest teams to have come to the Memorial Ground since I've been involved. Probably them and Dorking, very few other National League sort of standard size. Taunton would have been one of them, and it's great to have those occasions come here, and for the fans to enjoy them, and for everyone to watch online too.
Yeah, and a big crowd tonight for big occasions. Part of a quadruple header at home that Farnham have had with these cup competitions. Also seeing plenty of action, and they'll do so again on Saturday against Dorchester. And the serious league duty to take care of first. You can hear the Gloucester fans over in the Pepper Army stand making some noise.
Yeah, I think they're going to travel well, given it's a Tuesday night. It's going to be great to see travelling fans, something that was very much new to us properly this year, with Step 5 and Step 4 not really giving you a huge amount of away fan travel. You definitely get it in Step 3. The Poole Town fans are excellent, the Sholing fans are excellent, the Hungerford fans, Wimborne fans, and I thought Taunton were quite loud as well this Saturday before we silenced them with 3 early goals in the first half. So yeah, it's good to see lovely people in the boardroom as well at Gloucester. Probably the youngest group of committee I've seen outside of what we all know about Walton and Hersham, but really nice guys, and totally understand where we're heading as well.
Players now in the tunnel. Not many changes tonight for Farnham. Paul Johnson has settled on a pretty stable 11 really for the first couple of months of the season, with 1 or 2 changes each week, but that core is much of which is carried through from last season, but a new midfield that again played together today, and Leggett and Mackenzie.
Yeah, sort of starting to lock down those 2 central midfield positions, but yeah, slight change to Farnham's front too, with Sam Evans coming in for Ogo Obi, but they're in form, Farnham's front four. Bobby Joe Taylor can't stop getting involved in the goals, neither can Daryl Sanders, more from an assist point of view for him. Owen Dean probably been the player who's lacked goals and lacked chances, but has been such a key part of Farnham's build-up, and winning the second balls and harassing Step 3 defenders. He's a different kind of player, and it's really, really exciting to see a relatively unchanged team for Farnham.
So clean sheet on Saturday It was a good response to what was maybe an underwhelming display the week before here against Burgess Hill. We were both quite concerned with what we saw that afternoon, but those concerns were soon put to rest in that opening 45 a few days ago. It is second versus first in the Southern Premier South. Farnham Town unbeaten this season, but the tests keep getting tougher. It's Gloucester City, the league leaders, at the Memorial Ground this evening. And Farnham line up with Zachy Waller in goal. Jordan Stepney was away at the weekend, and Paul Johnson decided to keep the back four the same from that victory against Taunton, with Jack Dean, Ryan Kinane, Joe Jackson and Brandon Mason. Tom Leggett and Matt McKenzie keep their places in midfield, and it's Daryl Sanders and Bobby Joe Taylor in behind Owen Dean, and the one change tonight, Sam Evans, who scored off the bench 3 days ago. And it's a very strong bench for Farnham, with Imran Uche, Ben Purcell, Harry Cooksley, who's seeing more minutes now as he works his way back up to match fitness, Craig Evans and Ogo Obi. He might feel a bit aggrieved to miss out after his goal at the weekend, but that's just the rotation that the forwards have got to live with at the moment.
Yeah, and we've got back-to-back games, Tuesday, Saturday. We've got cup games, lots of these boys are going to get lots of minutes over the course of the next 10 days, and it's about managing the load. We've got Andronicus Georgiou, who joined us. We announced it after Saturday's game, and we'll probably see him back in action for the Epsom game in the Surrey Cup on Tuesday in about 7 days' time. So yeah, lots to get us excited off the bench, and then players coming back too. Adam Liddell's coming back; he's here tonight. Max Meaton looks like he's nearly back fit. So it's going to be competition for spots. I mean, Jordan Stepney's fit and has left out the squad this evening, more so because he was on a stag do this weekend and probably had one too many pints. And when you win 4-0 against Taunton at home, probably not the time to change your squad. So he understands why he's been left out this evening. But it's the first time this season we've had to leave a player out of the squad.
We'll run you through the Gloucester team as well. It's Jared Thompson in goal, and they line up outfield with Dylan Jones, Ben Morgan, Michael O'Regan, Ed Williams, Sion Spence, Ellis Watts, the captain Kieran Thomas, Joe Hanks, Harry Pinchard and Harry Emmett. Eventually is Connor Thompson, Daniel Ledbetter, Aaron Wildig, Kieran Phillips and Sop Obieri, who was one of 3 goal scorers in that statement win at Weymouth on Saturday.
I love their kit, by the way. I just want to put that straight out there. I've been known to sort of slag off kits. I thought Evesham's kit last night at Bracknell was a disgrace. They picked the first blue shirt in the catalogue. Tonight we've got something different. Is there any team in world football with that colour?
There is, and I'm trying to wrap my brain to remember.
Turkish team maybe?
Yeah.
Antalyaspor?
Yeah, something like that. But it's Gloucester who sport those stripes this evening, and they're looking for a quick start here. It's not something that Taunton managed on Saturday. We saw Ryan Kinane go direct quite often, that we're looking for Owen Dean in that right channel.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see how Gloucester set up. They're a good side. You expect them to come and take the game to us as much as we'll try and take the game to them. Lots of teams have come here to the Memorial Ground and done the opposite, so it would be good to see a team really try and beat us here. Ooh, Sam Evans, very close.
Here's Joe Jackson, who keeps his place at centre-back. He's a known utility man, but really impressing from the centre of that defence so far this season.
He was superb on Saturday. Won everything in the air against a big Kane Simpson.
And Evans is just offside, didn't quite time his run.
Nice run.
Team sheet has Daniel Ledbetter on the bench, but looks like number 2 there is starting, so perhaps a slight error there. But it's Gloucester looking to put Jackson under pressure. And he is dispossessed, but it goes out for a goal kick.
Yeah, Ellis Watts a bit of a danger man for Gloucester. He was at Hungerford last year. Excellent player, actually played for Aldershot in his younger days.
Jackson carrying, and it's Sanders that dropped in to help out. Jones is looking to not allow Jack Dean too much time on the ball. Johnson screams at Ryan Canane. And now it's Jackson. Pushes it forward towards Sam Evans.
It's going to come to Daryl Sanders.
Here is Sanders. Dean makes the run through the inside. Leggett also on the scene. And Leggett clips in across. And it was just met by Gloucester shirt. And that's their turn to go direct. And Canane wins his battle.
Yep, excellent from Ryan. Did his job.
Dean. Now when Dean goes down.
That's going to stay in, and Sam Evans is going to get that.
Sanders, he's on the centre, and that's the second time Evans has been caught offside in the first 3 minutes. Playing off the shoulder.
Two positive runs into the channel, though, from Sam Evans. Looks like he's going to play slightly more forward.
Owen Dean
remonstrating towards his brother.
Ledbetter. Farnham back in their defensive shape now.
Yeah, so it's back three for Gloucester, playing with wing backs pinned to the both touchlines.
Flip forward into that right channel. Looking for Hanks. It's dealt with by Jackson, and chance for Evans to get involved again. Just misinterpreted the flight of the ball. And here's Ledbetter. Here's it on to Jones, playing in that left wing back role. Bobby Joe Taylor trying to harry Daniel Ledbetter, and he does force a mistake. Gloucester have only lost once this season in the league. That was down in Plymouth, never an easy away trip. But very solid since, hence their position at the top of this league.
I think we'll learn a lot about Gloucester tonight. They've played, I don't want to say, like I said right at the start of this. Oh, here we go.
Jackson caught out of position there. He's now slotting back in. Could be a shooting opportunity. It's blocked by Canane, and good feet by Taylor, and then whacked away by Jackson, and Farnham will get the free kick.
Yeah, I was just saying that, you know, we'll learn a lot about Gloucester. I was saying right at the start of this live stream that there's no easy games in this league, and everyone can beat everyone. But on paper, when you look at the league table right now, Gloucester have played something like 4 or 5 of the bottom 7 or 8, and Farnham played after tonight would have played 7 of the top 9. So, you know, both level on points. Not saying either team are better than each other. We'll find out a lot tonight. But, you know, Gloucester as much as Farnham here looking to lay down the gauntlet.
Yeah, two teams certainly considered among the favourites to get promotion. Something Gloucester nearly managed last season. Just missing out in that playoff final. But they're well equipped to go again.
Sam Evans currently 3 runs, 3 offsides. Happy to play on the shoulder. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt for now. Just some throw.
Towards Jackson backwards.
That tells us early that we're going to see a long throw when there's an opportunity for Gloucester.
Jack Dean. And Canane goes long again. Just overhits that one. Well, we've accused Farnham a few times this year of not being as vocal as perhaps they were at times last season, but that's not the case tonight. They're all giving each other clear instructions, especially from a defensive perspective. full concentration at all times. Leggett just hacks that out for a throw. But Farnham just figuring out how to deal with this formation they're up against today.
Tell him to simplify.
You can see what Owen Dean's trying to do. He's had a few chances where he's got some space in behind. The ball hasn't come early enough.
You've praised the Gloucester kit. I have got one complaint about it.
The numbers aren't very clear.
Nigh on impossible to see the numbers.
Yeah, that's decent feedback for the kit manufacturer. What would you have gone for though? Like a blank canvas on the back, like a block colour.
Possibly. I think white numbers are the way to go. And that's
He's in here.
Not the best header, and it's allowed Sam Evans in here. And Owen Dean will have the first shot on target for Farnham Town. It's straight into Jared Thompson's arms.
Fast start from both teams.
And that's
in here.
Not the best header, and it's Sam Evans in here. And Owen Dean will have the first shot on target for Farnham Town. It's straight into Jared Thompson. Ledbetter.
But an early sign that if Farnham do put that ball into that channel, there's opportunities to be had.
That was a lovely turn.
He's made himself a huge amount of space here.
And he's looking to ease past Leggett, and he has, and it's a lovely first touch, and not quite the finish, but what a devastating move that was by Gloucester, who thought they had a corner, but it's actually offside.
It was a brilliant move. It all came from the midfielder who turned Sam Evans as if he wasn't there and drove through the midfield. Brilliant move. And back-to-back chances there. One for Farnham and one for Gloucester. Both teams showing how capable they are.
Taylor. Good feet from him again, and he was brave in that duel. He's got Mason to his left. Yet to see much of Mason tonight. Looks to feed it into Sanders. I think it was Harry Pinchard with that lovely turn in midfield.
Yeah, it was lovely. It was lovely. Showed a real quick turn of pace as he got away from Farnham's first is the attacker and then the midfielder.
Leggett again, sweeping up in the middle. And it's dropped for Gloucester. And they've got Dylan Jones here. Confident in possession. Ed Williams.
That's a nice ball.
And it will be.
No, he's going to keep it in.
It's just about. Jones gets a cross in. It was a low one and easy enough for Canane. Bobby Joe Taylor just having a word with the referee, Charlie Bullock.
Referee had an interesting first comment to me this evening. The lines are quite thick. Don't know what he wanted me to do about that. 45 minutes before kickoff.
Set it up, man!
I said it's, benefiting the game. Keep the ball in play more.
Now, Farnham have shown Gloucester plenty of respect so far.
Now we're about to see a long throw for the first time. First time that Gloucester have been able to put the ball in the box. We also know how devastating Farnham have been on the counter-attack from set pieces if they can get it clear.
Launched in. First contact by Canane, and we'll probably get a repeat. More of a run-up area now than there once was. Part of the constant redevelopment of this facility. This time Jack Dean heads away and we'll get another long throw.
And bored of it already.
So take 3 for Dylan Jones. And it's the same approach. This time Mackenzie. Farnham taking it in turns to head away these long throws, and it drops from Bobby Joe Taylor now.
Got to deal with it faster.
3 around him. He couldn't get out of his feet quick enough, and that's all the way through to Waller. Evans has to hold it and does so. And Sanders this time coming back from an offside position. High line is paying dividends so far for Gloucester. And they've probably shaded this first dozen or so minutes just in terms of control of the game, and that's dropped for them in a good area as well to Pinchard. He's a really clever midfielder. Sam Mason staying tight to his man.
Yeah, excellent tackle. Yeah, we've seen over the course of the last few weeks, it's all about making the most of your spells of possession in this league, and Gloucester are currently in their spell. Can they make the most of it?
Mason again trying to stay tight, and he's been beaten. And again, Dylan Jones here looking to find a crossing opportunity. It's cut off by Bobby Joe Taylor. Jones again. No way past Jack Dean. Ledbetter volunteering for the quick throw. And Morgan goes back to Thompson. Chance for Farnham to push out, and that's picked up by Owen Dean.
He's in here.
And he is just stopped by Ledbetter. But he was alive to the danger there, Owen Dean. Read where that kick from Thompson was going.
2 chances so far from sloppiness from Gloucester, but they're going to come up the other end and try and create chances themselves.
Mason gets a decision. A bit of guesswork involved there, maybe.
It's quite busy in there, to be fair. It's really filled up. I said to the guys on the gate there'll be a late rush. There's going to be a lot of neutrals interested in this game. They don't turn up until the kick-off.
Jack Dean looking to play his brother in. That was Spence. Just recycling possession. "15 minutes in, Farnham 0, Gloucester 0. Owen Dean with the best chance for Farnham. And
another win.
They might get another one here as Sanders picks it up in Gloucester territory. And he's got Leggett now. Dean into Sanders. That's worked out. And then
that's poor.
Can't make the simple pass. Sanders was so instrumental, wasn't he, on Saturday?
Saturday he was superb. Felt like he was right back to his best. Created 2. Should have really been credited with 4 assists with the chances he did create that weren't put away by strikers.
Mackenzie, he's been quiet so far. Taylor looking to get Mason in behind here. He's forced a slide tackle that results in a throw at least. Taylor looks to get it going quickly as well.
Someone's got to help him out.
Mason heavily praised, wasn't he, by the Taunton manager after that game on Saturday.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the comparison.
Sanders, that's much better from him.
Turn from Sam Evans.
Likewise from Evans. Does stay on side, Evans. Gets a low ball in. That was better from Farnham.
Yeah, that's what I was saying about spells of play. Just to feel like they had the edging of the first sort of 10-15. Farnham stepped up in the last couple of minutes. Leggett.
He might get on the end of That intercepted pass.
Oof, that was a poor pass.
And here come Gloucester again, with Pinchard again, looking to spring away from Jack Dean. And
Jack Dean's done brilliantly there.
Dean's covering as well. Now it's with Spence. Spence might have a go. He does. And Jackson in the way via the deflection.
Yeah, it all came from a poor pass from Matt McKenzie, which led to a breakaway from Gloucester. Jack Dean did so well to get his head down, chase it all the way home.
Evans gets his
Brilliant.
body in the perfect place there. And he's
in here,
played
Sam
in by
Evans.
Taylor, and he's onside this time, Evans. Dean arriving in support. Sanders in the 6-yard box. Here's Evans again. And Leggett first time. And a decent delivery, just nobody at the back post. Canane. Now Evans. And that's nicely played through for Owen Dean. And Dean into Sanders.
Sam Evans. Sam Evans was nearly there to pick up the pieces, put the pressure on and won a corner. Farnham starting to turn the screw a bit down this right hand side.
And we saw in the first half against Taunton a lot of chances coming from around that sort of penalty spot area, from balls coming into the box. Chances fell to Sanders and Obi before Farnham eventually did break the deadlock. And you just sense that they're finding their rhythm here.
You just want to see that pass in behind just half a second earlier whilst the player's running. It's kind of home to be halted.
High one from Taylor. Jackson at the back post. Canane going in and McKenzie going in. Dean picks up the scraps. And Taylor with a clever one into Owen Dean. And he fires one across the face.
How has that not gone in? It's a good save, but it was punched out into the middle of the goal. Just wanted someone to tap it in, but it was excellent from Jack Dean. Owen Dean running in behind.
It's exactly what we'd advise Owen Dean to do there, isn't it? Just
Absolutely.
fire it across the goalkeeper.
Any touch as the goalkeeper palmed it into the middle of the pitch. And it was in, be it a Gloucester player or a Farnham player. Good start. Entertaining start for both sides.
Yeah, plenty of good footballers out there, that's for sure. Farnham have just swung things back towards their favour after Gloucester had the better of the first quarter of an hour. Mason gives away a free kick in a central area.
Set it up.
Such an awkward position for a free kick, this. Too far out to shoot, you'd think.
Yeah.
But also like too straight to put in an effective ball. To say that they won't be able to carve out an opportunity, but it's a difficult one. Takes organisation.
More than 600 watching on YouTube. Thanks very much for joining us, everybody. Oh, bumper audience for a bumper match. Williams goes short, and Farnham have got to be switched on, and Leggett was. As was Dean, who just hooks that.
As well.
Pinchard's the man there, looking to get the ball to at every opportunity. McKenzie doing what he loves to do, breaking it up in the centre circle, but he was over-aggressive there. Gloucester want to get on with it, and they're going to get a second bite of the cherry.
Sam Evans done pretty well to not get booked there. Blocked.
Super Matt McKenzie chat from the clock end.
I'm enjoying it.
Certainly has been super since his arrival. Waller comes to claim, and
To take.
excellent work from the Farnham goalkeeper.
Middle of the pitch, pinched. No!
Here's Sanders. Both Sanders and Taylor dropping into very deep positions. And Taylor takes over from the skipper. On to Jack Dean. Taylor, first time to Evans. He just got away from Leadbitter, but covering his...
I really feel like Evans has got the better of the Gloucester defence so far. He looks stronger, faster. Just needs the right chance to fall to him for him to be able to spin his man. He's holding them off well.
Jack Dean. He'll drive inside here, Dean, and he'll find Daryl Sanders. And he's got Sam Evans. Good block. Really good block. They wanted offside against Evans again, but that time he was well placed. That's a good kick from Owen Dean, and Jack Dean stops. Farnham want the free kick for the foul by Jones, and
God, you would have thought that Jack Dean really is almost in a better position keeping going.
Jack Dean maybe expecting a yellow card, but wasn't forthcoming.
Yeah, you just feel like you play on there. He was in, Jack Dean.
Well, in any regard, it is a free kick. Bobby Joe Taylor stands over. Usual suspects in the mix, and that's a good delivery, and he holds his hands up as if to say, why was nobody on the end of that?
That was a fantastic ball in. Not sure what more he could have done, Bobby Joe Taylor, on that one. Perfect area for someone to attack it.
Farnham have improved as this half has gone on. It's very competitive Tuesday night action. Kane again goes direct. He's looking to get it up to Evans at every opportunity. A bit of miscommunication between Evans and Leggett there. Morgan into Pinchard.
Two number 16s on this pitch, trying to get hold of the ball as much as they possibly can. Pinchard for Gloucester, Bobby Joe Taylor for Farnham.
Leggett
Has to win that.
missed that, and has allowed Dylan Jones to stride forward, and he's not been penalised for that infringement with Dean, and he keeps going and whistles one just wide of Waller's left-hand post.
Did really well. Shrugged Jack Dean off, drove into the box and struck it well. I think I'm going to be allowed to use the word swaz as he struck that. It's just kind of swazzed itself wide.
But he is lively, the left wing-back, Dylan Jones. Clearly comfortable with both feet as well. Nice between Jackson and Sanders there, the Loughborough connection, goodness me.
What is my centre-back doing?
Well, play on, says the referee. Jackson might regret that moment of skill. And it's all got a bit messy in there, and Gloucester emerged with the throw.
I think that's his fourth roulette in the first 9 games. I've never seen, he's been on the club for 2.5 years. I've never seen him do it before. All got a bit confident. Getting a slap on the wrist after the game, I'm sure. It worked.
Did.
He just got shrugged off the ball afterwards.
Fired out to Jones, and Dean steps in, and he's got Evans making one run and Owen Dean making another. Dean keeps going for now. Tried to
Tell you what,
to Sanders. It was more awkward than it needed to be for Thompson.
he was running at pace, Jack Dean. He had so many options in front of him. Not sure he picked the right one. Sam Evans desperate to be played in. Farnham looking good when they win the ball back.
Well, it's no longer second versus first as it stands. Wentworth and Hersham are 3-0 up.
Who they play?
Burke Hampstead.
Wow. That's a great header.
And Good touch as well. And an even better finish. Gloucester City strike first at Memorial Ground.
Brilliant goal, brilliant finish. Excellent finish. It was the first touch that made it, wasn't it? Joe Hanks with the finish, and it's silence on Memorial Ground. It's been an excellent 10-15 minutes for Farnham, but that shows the quality we're up against in this league. You have to take your chances.
Yeah, a real moment of quality from Hanks. Did sense that a goal was coming in this game. Wasn't always clear which way it would go, but it is the visitors. We've had half chances up to now. The Jones effort a moment ago, but that was a really clinical finish.
Yeah, quality strike, quality move. Split the Farnham defence open. Excellent. But Farnham can't let their heads drop. They've been excellent in this first half, as have Gloucester, but it's the difference.
And they've been behind several times this season already and come back, so they won't panic.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost just kind of what I expect now in league games, to be 1-0 behind.
Well, Taylor's latest delivery was an excellent one. This one's a bit closer to goal.
Got to follow it in.
And he aims for goal, and it bounces quite kindly, in fact, for Thompson.
Yeah, I think having watched the last couple of shots, the goalkeeper hasn't quite held on to. Probably just giving him a little test. Would have wanted to connect with it better.
Somehow, Pinchard kept that under control. They go direct again, won by Mackenzie, picked up by Owen Dean. Tom Leggett making a very positive run, and did keep himself onside but couldn't execute the flick. Ledbetter, and now another miscued clearance from Thompson. Leggett into Taylor, and now Sanders, and now Taylor just ran over the top of the ball. Mackenzie trying to win it back and doing so unfairly. Do feel Farnham will get chances, don't you?
You do. It's lots of it has been from Gloucester mistakes, from either the goalkeeper or centre backs, and Farnham are picking up the ball about 50 yards, 40, 50 yards out from goal, and are having decisions to make. No perfect decisions been made yet, but Bobby Joe Taylor's going to win that.
And, well, he's been pulled down, and surely that will produce the first card of the game. And it does.
It's exactly what I was talking about as it happened in front of us. Farnham winning the ball back again about 40, 50 yards out from goal. And causing Gloucester problems. So this game is far from over. It's a moment of quality that separates the two sides, as we always expected it would be tonight.
That's probably just too far out for a strike at goal, so the usual
Very
Kinane,
similar.
Matt Mackenzie and Kerr are forward. Take it short. Sanders looking to change the angle, and Kinane was just sandwiched in between two Gloucester players. They deal with it.
Chance of get your checkbook out. Which is some chance for a full-time team. But we'll take it. We're happy to give it out. We'll take it.
Just go in there first.
Mackenzie with the header.
As it comes out. It's on his right shoulder. On his right
Directly
shoulder.
chanting towards you now.
A wank off dogs is the chant, which is nice.
Well, another free kick goes Gloucester's way. Didn't really see any appeals from them, but they get it.
They weren't expecting that one, were they? Too busy listening to the...
It threw me, I have to.
the chanting on the far side. Long time since I've been subject to negative chants. Probably the first 6 months. Probably from our fans, to be honest. Lots has changed since then. But nice to have some animosity here at the Memorial Ground.
So Farnham need to be switched on. I think our concentration has gone after the chance, but Farnham players can't afford any lapse here. A really good position for Gloucester. Not really made the most of it. Didn't beat the first man, and they get a contentious corner. Everyone in claret and blue complains about that decision. So another chance from the set piece, and they go short. And
Chance if they can work it, which they have.
Still not got the cross in. Jack Dean is over on the opposite side to where he normally is, trying to stop it coming in. Owen Dean is also doing his best, but what a run! Oh, and he fluffed his lines just as he'd done all the hard work.
He did everything right. I think it's Ellis Watts, is it? Did everything right, and then fell at the last like a horse at Cheltenham.
Good, Sean. Good, Sean. Look there, Sean. The six, Sean. The six.
Here's Jackson. Oh, confidently done again from him.
Yeah, he's sort of taken the sort of FIFA Street model and applied it to centre-back defending.
Dean into Evans. And Evans goes down, and that's another yellow card going to be produced here. Evans and Farnham want more, but it is yellow for Ben Morgan.
It's a yellow, and it's not a red. Yeah, I think they can make the claim that he was the last man, but he wasn't really going anywhere. Classic yellow card. One of those that if you could brandish an orange, you would, but it's definitely not a red card.
Yeah, the fact that he hadn't completed the turn is probably what saves a defender.
It was exactly what we were talking about earlier, though, wasn't it? Like, Sam looks like he's got the better of the Gloucester defenders. It's just whether or not he's going to get an opportunity to get the ball under control and drive at the goalkeeper.
Well, we've seen Taylor a few times now whip some good balls in from this sort of position. This is the best of the bunch, really, in terms of where this is placed. Sanders is also standing over it if they do go down the right footer route.
It's been a very 50-50 half.
It is Taylor, and he went near post and comes out to Mason. Trying to catch the goalkeeper out there was probably Joe Taylor. That's neatly done from Mason, but he's not out of trouble yet.
Excellent from the back four.
They look for Evans at every opportunity. Dean, the only one in the middle for now, and Evans couldn't keep hold of the ball.
Oh, that's just never a foul. That's never a foul.
But you always get them.
Yeah, you do. You do. And there's a man on the other side of the pitch who's a master at getting them, Brandon Mason. So I'm sure later on in the game I won't be complaining so much.
Farnham Town, a goal behind, and they've got about 8 minutes to change that before the break. They'll still feel there's plenty in this for them, especially with the bench they have at their disposal as well. But the players on the pitch now have created half chances. And here's Mackenzie, who often has been the man to dig them out when they've been in behind.
Great knockback. Really good idea from Matt Mackenzie. Sanders got to do better there. Has to do better when Farnham win the ball there. Again though, Farnham winning the ball in that same area. Have to make that count. Two things that they will see as positive is they are winning the ball up high and they are finding the channels with Sam Evans.
Jackson let it run, and it didn't prove costly, but that was too close for comfort.
Didn't enjoy watching it, but mopped up in the end.
Jack Dean. And Evans went one way, Dean went the other.
Gloucester happy. To sit on the ball and waste time. They're happy with their 1-0 lead.
Thompson hasn't been so good with his feet tonight, but what's wrong with that throw? Tester's kicking again here. Farnham!
Jesus Christ.
Well, that was better place, and it's got Gloucester into a good position. Plenty of numbers in this attack. One of them being the goal scorer, Hanks, and he's offside. But
they break quickly, don't they?
Press. They are dangerous.
That's a good ball. That's a great ball.
He's going to get to this. He just couldn't take it as it bounced up off the surface.
Yeah, if he'd got the touch, which would have been miraculous, having watched it for 70 yards, it would have been in on goal. Excellent atmosphere in here.
Sanders dispossessed. Mason, 3 around him. Mason still emerges and gets it on to Dean, and now Taylor. Mason is the furthest man forward for Farnham Town, but Taylor, well, he has 4 bodies to try and dance through. Mackenzie miscontrols, and that's a real let-off for Gloucester, and it could be problems for Farnham.
Yeah, that's a huge mistake.
And that's on by Dylan Jones. Into Watts there, and now Thomas.
God, Farnham in the ascendancy there for the moment. They've allowed Gloucester to reset and get comfy on the ball. And they're very comfy in this position. That's a nice touch.
Looks for the 1-2. Dean read it. Mackenzie this time does get meaningful contact on it, but it's going to come back at Farnham. Good work again from Hanks. Mason forcing his man inside. And out it comes to Jones. And they forced them backwards at least. Ledbetter.
That's a nice ball.
Into a great area, and we've already seen Hanks score from this sort of position.
What a finish. What a finish. It's the same goal, it's just the other way around. 2 moments of brilliance from Joe Hanks. The 2 of the narrowest angles forced that one off the inside of the post, and Farnham were 2-0 down. And looked to be 2-0 down going into half time. Again came from ascendancy that Farnham had, and they've been beaten by 2 very similar goals.
2 of the best finishes you'll see in this and any level, really. One with each foot. And now it's a real uphill battle for Farnham, who will feel they've done pretty well this half for large parts of it, but they've been punished.
They have. They have. Got to keep their heads up, Farnham. They've created chances, but Gloucester have just been better in front of goal, and we've talked about it all season. You have to take your chances, and Gloucester have proven that.
Jack Dean and now Owen Dean. Farnham looking for something to cling on to. It's a bit shell shock perhaps, but Owen Dean's not going to slow down. And Jack Dean gets it across, and what a save that is!
That is some save. That is some save.
Tom Leggett in the box. Couldn't have asked for a better attempt from him.
It was a brilliant strike.
Tipped onto the bar by Jared Thompson. Goodness me.
That is some save.
And now Jones. Well, the moments of quality have come at both ends from Gloucester players, the goalkeeper and the striker.
That was better than the goals. That was superb. That was superb. I'm still getting sick from the far side. I deserve it.
Still a long way to go.
Absolutely.
Why wouldn't Gloucester enjoy it?
Oh, absolutely. They've been excellent. They've taken their chances.
Ledbetter and Dean in a battle. And now Sanders for time to pick out a pass. He just pushes it through to Owen Dean, and well, Ledbetter again covering. Dean running it back fairly though.
Just couldn't get the first touch.
And he couldn't get the ball across to Sanders or Evans. Both were waiting. Some more great work from Joe Hanks.
He's been superb, hasn't he? It's been the difference.
Silky smooth. Very little room to work with for both finishes. He really threaded them into the smallest of gaps past Zaki Waller. And it's for that reason that Farnham are 2 behind and likely to be that way at the break. Waller making sure it doesn't get any worse. We are into added time now in this first half.
Gloucester fans are going to be delighted when I walk out on the pitch and do the half-time challenge.
Wonder what chance I'd come up with for that.
Going to give them the opportunity to win a free pint. Doing nothing but positive work for the community.
Sanders goes down, and that will allow Farnham one more chance to get the ball into the box before the break. And they get on with it, and they might not wish they'd done so.
Yeah, those are the sort of things that just give Gloucester a breather too.
Good acoustics in the pepperoni stand.
Yeah, it travels nicely around the ground. I'm not sure if you're picking up on all of the chants.
Very few of them positive.
Very few. Very few of them about the football.
Well, Mackenzie's got to watch this carefully. He does. Didn't get his clearance exactly how he wanted it though, and an audacious attempt.
That's going to go out for a throw.
Well, an important half-time team talk coming out for Paul Johnson. And that is something he has got to deal with right now, because it's Gloucester who go into the break 2 to the good. 2 superb finishes from Joe Hanks, one with each foot, one from either side. And half-time, Farnham 0, Gloucester 2. Big response needed.
Big response needed, and I think it's a difficult one for Farnham to take. So they really haven't been bad. They haven't had any really gilt-edged chances. That Leggett chance right at the end, probably the best of the lot, but nothing where you'd be like, that was a chance that Farnham should have scored. And you'd say exactly the same about the chances that Gloucester have had, and they're 2-0 up.
Will Paul Johnson be a bit annoyed at how easy it was for them to get the ball into the areas where Hanks was able to punish Farnham?
Well, the first one, I think the most, it's Route 1, isn't it? It's come from a goal kick, flicked on. He's taken a fantastic touch and rifled it right-footed into the bottom corner, which was excellent, but annoyed that it's come so simply. It's ball's travelled, 60, 70 yards in the air. And then the second goal, it's a classic ball into the channel. We've seen Farnham do it into Sam Evans, and it's just been forced a bit wide. Hanks has taken a brilliant first touch, and he's rifled it left-footed this time into the bottom corner off the inside the post. It's quality moments, and that's this league. You really have to admire it, because that is the difference maker in this league, and there's a reason that Gloucester are at the top of the league right now, and they've started so well this season. Farnham have been, I'd say, a pretty good match for them, sort of, minute for minute. But yeah, it's been the difference in front of goal that's made the scoreline 2-0.
You mentioned during commentary that Gloucester have played some of the lesser teams in this league. Farnham have played quite a few of the top teams, but this Gloucester team, they still feel like a cut above, don't they, compared to the teams we've seen at this ground this season?
Yeah, they're willing to keep the ball in tight areas. Defensively, they don't look great. Farnham are winning the ball in high areas quite a lot, so they don't look great defensively. But going forward and through the middle, they look cut above what we've seen so far. And I'll keep banging the drum before I pass over to Mr. Tanner. But it's quality moments in this league, and they've had 2 of them, and 2 of them in front of our goal, and 1 of them in their own net, because that was some save.
It was indeed. Let's bring in Farnham Town stalwart Paul Tanner.
How are we?
We're good. We're obviously a bit downbeat after the 2 goals, but there's not much you could do about either finish, really, was there?
I got very impressed with them. We've not played badly. Just a couple of little kind of incidents at the wrong time for us, and they've just been a little bit electric in the top third. The pace of the game has been great. I watched over the other side, and it's just good to watch from a football point of view. Obviously disappointing from a scoreline from our point of view, but yeah, very good side.
Were the goals a bit too easy to concede from Farnham's perspective in terms of quite direct balls forward? Didn't take much genius in order to get into those positions where Hanks was able to let fly?
I see what you're saying. I still think the quality that they've had in those incidents from where the ball's been pushed forward quickly, I wouldn't say we were sloppy, but we just kind of maybe a little bit slower to retain that possession, and then then when they picked it up, they just react very electric, especially in the top third, and you can see how the 2 finishes, they've just got great quality to finish the ball.
But there's still a feeling that there's something in this for Farnham. We've seen them create chances. We've seen Owen Dean and Sam Evans in particular really hassle the defenders, win the ball back high up the pitch, just that final ball not coming off at the moment.
Yeah, you're spot on really, because probably you call them half chances or good opportunities in the 18-yard box. I thought we were in front at that stage of half opportunities. A little bit shell-shocked, obviously, with a great finish, too quick, too sharp. But overall, I'd probably say I agree with you. We've actually had maybe 2 or 3 better opportunities, but not being able to have a clear-cut chance in front of goal, maybe. But yeah, I wouldn't say you're kind of too concerning. If we'd had another 15 minutes of that half left, we maybe kind of been a little bit shell-shocked, but no, I still think we're capable of nicking something, and it's a little bit of the usual football story really. If we score next, they change their game a little bit, they know that we're capable of scoring, I would have thought, even now, because of the chances and the opportunities that we've had in front of their goal. So I don't think they're kind of sat thinking, the game's won. But they're a very confident side in what they do, and you can see that they believe in when in certain areas they pick the ball up, the speed and the way the ball's passed. Collectively going forward, they look very threatening.
But how important is this team talk now for Paul Johnson? Because this is not a position that Farnham have found themselves in very often over the last 3 years, 2.5 years. And, being a goal down is one thing. We've seen Farnham go behind this season and earn points, especially here against Wimborne, against Sholing, and in difficult games away from home as well. But being 2 down against top of the league, that's a real uphill task, isn't it?
I think, what any one player says, they'll be sat in the change room, whatever Jono's kind of saying, and to kind of lift them a little bit. I wouldn't be too disappointed. But like you say, when you're in that position and you know you're playing against a side with the capabilities that they've got and shown, there is a little negative element in the back of your mind, and I think that's what they've got to try and clear, and have that extra little belief that they can come out and maybe put instant pressure on their goal and get a little bit more of a clear-cut chance and take it. When that first goal comes, you might see both teams change, one for the better for us and 2 slightly drop down for them. I would hope, I don't know.
It's been quite noticeable over the last couple of games. Farnham have played quite direct football. We've not always seen the midfielders too involved when it comes to passing patterns and time on the ball. With Matt McKenzie and Tom Leggett have probably done their best work off the ball in the last couple of games. Is that something you think might change second half, with Gloucester maybe sitting a bit deeper, protecting the lead, and then that's maybe the chance for Farnham to bring on a Cooksley or someone creative in the middle of the park to dictate from midfield?
Yeah, I think with Harry, I think he's just got that quality of a little bit different range of ball from deep, as well as going forward with the way that you're playing, interacting with each other as you move the ball forward. I feel that they're a very confident side. I think we've got to react very quickly, very well, take an opportunity, get that first goal for us. Could be the right time. If it comes early, it will make them think for 10-15 minutes. But looking at them, they seem very disciplined, very drilled, very confident, and with ability there. But from our point of view, we just can't go and concede again. I think that's football cliche again, where 3 coming back in this type of game on this evening, that'd be a very big task. But 2 goals behind. I think I'm just trying to think this season. I think we were 3-1 down at Gosport, I think, and come back. I can't remember being 2-0 down, especially at this kind of level of football against this kind of side. I think it will psychologically be 1 or 2 little things going through the players' heads, whatever Jono's in there saying.
But whatever happens tonight, a defeat, you're going to get defeats in this league, aren't you? And it's not the end of the world, even what you might call a 6-pointer if it was later on in the season. But Gloucester are going to be up there, Farnham are going to be up there. They've taken their chances tonight. Yeah. Nothing more serious than that, is it?
No, massively. I mean, I think they come here definitely with a purpose to come here and go and win. They're making their statement from where they are, and they've done it well in the first half. But overall, let's be really honest about it. We find ourselves in the position we are in the league. From a club point of view, that's it's been a great start, and you couldn't complain about it. You're coming up against a very good side on this evening, and we've not dealt with it. We've just been a little bit unfortunate with a bit of high quality and speed and decent finishing, which has taken us 2-0 down. Who knows where the next 45 minutes go? But overall, like I said, you'd be happy with where we are in this game. I mean, even if you had sat here and thought Farnham could come out with a point, they're playing top. Gloucester have been around it a little bit at this level. They should be a good side, and they are a good side. If we come out with something, that'd be good enough for Farnham. Maybe the last 2 or 3 performances we've had, you might want to be a little bit more out of the game, or get a little bit more out of the game. But at the moment, the way this game's gone as a single game this evening, they've had that little edge in front of goal. But like you say, we've had a few opportunities.
It's quite a settled team that Paul Johnson has got now. It's very stark contrast to last year, where there was lots of chopping and changing in the early part of the season. Of course, Stepney misses out today. He was absent over the weekend, so he's chosen to keep that the same. But most other positions, except for up front, where there seems to be a lot of rotation. What's your read on that situation? Because you got Obi, who played at the weekend, scored, isn't in tonight. Evans, who's been building his fitness up and scored a couple of goals recently. He's played well first half. You got players that are having to sit out and rotate, and of course it's a busy schedule.
Yeah, it is a busy schedule. I kind of, in all honesty, I'm a little bit of a person in football which would kind of believe that you need to get a lot of stability. There's certain levels of football you need that consistency. You need players perhaps getting used to playing with each other, knowing a little bit more about it. Quality's there, but you can always up the quality in a game if two good players start to know how each other's thinking. I'm not saying that's not happening, but for me, that kind of little consistency just probably needs to be there. And I'm not saying it's not, but for me, that needs to be in a side to be able to kind of make sure you kind of get a good run of games and see where you're going from there, and you assess it. But again, the quality is in our squad. Like I said, we've just been a little bit shell-shocked there in this game this evening.
And Sam Evans was the only change from the weekend, and he's probably been the one, or at least one of him and Owen Dean they've been lively. They look like they had the beating of Ledbetter at times. Evans, of course, winning that free kick, which was a yellow card. They wanted a red. Probably a right decision on the yellow, though.
I think so. In our position, you probably did want a little bit more, but I think from a football point of view, I think it was a kind of fair decision. But like I said, the positive side from like we spoke about earlier is that I feel we're in front of actually creating half and better opportunities in front of goal. They've just had that sharp quality and taken two shots, 2 goals, and it can put a side back, but we're not out of it. I just hope they come out there with their heads up a little bit higher and kind of realise what they have to do. Possession, keeping it a little bit stronger, because they can break. I mean, you've seen that they break from their 18-yard box, and the way that they're moving the ball about, and as individuals on their own feet, it's a great game to watch. I'm just a little bit disappointed that we're in the position we are, but I feel confident that if we can go and score next, there could be a little twist in the game.
It's a strong bench though, isn't it? And it's a strong squad. I mean, we mentioned Stepney not involved, Liddell not involved tonight either, Kai Tanner, of course, injured, but you still got a bench. You look at all 5 of those players and you think they can all make a difference.
Oh, 100%. In different styles of what they are, I think the squad is a very strong squad, and like I said, overall at this level that we've come into now, I feel we'll be thereabouts. Whatever happens this evening, you're not going to get games like this or incidents like that all the way through the season constantly. Yes, you will get quality in there, because you can see it's a quality league that we're in. I've always said to people, I always felt that step 3 is always the proper start of football, not using the word non-league. It's a proper start of football where you're moving forward with it, and I think what we've got, bench, squad, is capable, even in the short amount of games that we've seen. I think we'll definitely be thereabouts.
At this stage of the season, the league campaign kind of gets broken up a little bit with the various cups that Farnham are involved in, and I suppose the weekend's a nice opportunity to take a bit of a breather from the league, and it's a real big occasion. The 3rd qualifying round, not something Farnham is accustomed to as a club, but you can get into that 4th round.
And again, that is the kind of little football pressure at the level you're playing now. You come into these cups at a later stage, the pressure is to go further for every reason, from a club point of view, from a player's point of view. You might get a different draw, you might get a great draw. I think the FA Cup and the FA Trophy that the teams we've got in there, I think we've got every chance of going again, which again, from the club point of view, for different reasons, is great. They could get another big draw, but it's all that pressure. You're on, you can't relax at all. I don't think you can anyway, and I think that's maybe a little bit of learning curve for maybe a handful of players, which they kind of think, oh no, we've got to be on the ball all the time. And I think this type of game this evening, collectively, there might be a handful which kind of think, it's not about quality, it's about the mindset of it. I've got to be on the ball every second of this game and every second of the season, really.
What have you made, though, overall at the start of the season? Because has it been as you expected? No drop points yet. Obviously, that might change tonight, but very competitive games at Farnham really have had all the answers to all the questions they've been posed.
Yeah, 100%. I've really enjoyed seeing this level of football and the way we've competed. There's been games where we've ended up with a point. There's been games in the same situation where I thought we could have won. We could have lost it. We've got a point. It's the level of where every side in slightly different ways compete. And for me, watching a game, I could watch this level all the time. It's just a proper level of football where, no disrespect to anything, as you go down the ladder a little bit, you can nearly read it. I mean, you could read when we were back in step 5, desperate to get out of that. You kind of knew after 10 games that you're probably going to be winning it, and that's no disrespect to any level of football, but that's kind of where and what you need to compete with. And this, like I said, is you got to be on the ball every second in every area.
Absolutely. So a big task ahead for Farnham Town. At what point do you expect he will turn to the bench? He never likes to do it too soon, does he?
I think he knows now, but I think he kind of, as those times, as the second half goes through, I think you'll see similar kind of substitutions being made. But like you say, quality's there to change it in different little areas.
Well, it looks like he is going to make some changes early on, which is not a Paul Johnson trademark, but Farnham out early for the second half, looking to make a statement. Paul, thanks for joining us, and
Thank you.
Fingers crossed for a positive result at the end of all this.
Hopefully we get something back early and maybe end up on the best side of it. Nice speaking to you.
Thank you, Paul.
And what happened in the half-time show?
He didn't get close to the crossbar.
Right.
At all.
Wasn't watching it, to be honest with you.
No, you didn't miss anything.
Full tenor.
You missed nothing. You missed absolutely nothing.
Well, Farnham have been out for a few minutes now, and
Yeah, it looks like the sub is going to be Imran Uche on for Matt McKenzie.
yeah, a rare Paul Johnson half-time switch, but perhaps understandable. Looking to get Farnham on the ball in midfield a bit more, maybe.
Sounds like that will be the move. I spoke to John as he just walked across as I was handing the mic back, and he said, "Yeah, look, not a lot in the half, but ultimately, moments make matches." And our friend Joe Hanks has been excellent in front of goal.
So confirmation, it is Imran Uche on, and Matt McKenzie off as we get another Kaiser Chiefs play at the same time.
Yeah.
Clearly a popular song with a DJ.
Right, well, Farnham have a lot of work to do. On comes Imran Uche, all 6'5" of him.
At half-time, going off is number 21, Matt McKenzie, and on in his place, from 17, Imran Uche.
Yeah. Positive move from Farnham Town as they get us underway. Shooting towards the clock end.
Yeah, Uche has just been eased into action this season. Had a couple of injury issues early on in the campaign, but that's behind him now, and he's looking to make an impact.
God, that was some kick down the line.
Here's Joe Jackson. And Kenny. Joe Taylor. Keeps going and doesn't get the decision. Big 45 minutes ahead in the context of top of the table. Farnham Gloucester came into tonight as 1 and 2. And Gloucester looking to maintain that position, and they did briefly drop below Walton and Hersham, but their 2 goals from Joe Hanks have ensured that they are at the summit. But Farnham Town have got plenty of time to have their say. Daryl Saunders.
Yeah, currently teams below Farnham winning as well. Gosport, Taunton, Sholing. Oh, actually, that's pulled from Joe Jackson.
Yeah, and that's offered some encouragement for Ellis Watts. And Jackson's back pass needed Ryan Canane's help. And there's Farnham's left back winning a free kick down.
Yeah, we talked about we see it in the second half, and that was a great example.
Well, maybe a bit more clear cut, but the point remains. Jack Dean looking for Owen Dean and finding him. And that's a lovely
nice
flick into Bobby Joe Taylor's path. And he gets a corner.
Nice move from Farnham. Quickly moving from back to front. What did Paul Tanner talk to you about? What did he waffle on about?
He wasn't too downbeat. He was very impressed with Gloucester, to be honest with you.
I felt exactly the same.
2 moments of quality. 3, of course, if you include the Jared Thompson save from Tom Leggett. That's a nice ball. Met by Kinane and then Jackson.
Yeah, Farnham the ball's just not dropping for them in those areas. They win the first one.
Uche looking to pick up the tempo of the passing in Uche and net. Mason. And a wicked delivery from Mason, and it's pounced on by Aaron Dean. And Farnham do have an instant goal in the second half, back within a goal of Gloucester.
That is some cross from Brandon Mason. The Taunton manager called him Roberto Carlos on Saturday. We just saw a moment of brilliance there, and it's a fantastic header from Owen Dean, aggressive, diving towards the goal, in off the crossbar. Goalkeeper had no chance. Farnham are right back in this.
Well, you couldn't have asked for a better start to the second half. Mason, who we didn't see too much of as an attacking force in the opening 45, has just shown his quality. And that's livened things up here. Clearly some team talk from Paul Johnson and the change as well, with Imran Uche working to perfection. He was involved in the first part of that move.
He was. This is where the Farnham faithful behind the goal are going to be so important for this next 45 minutes. That was an excellent, rapid Farnham move down this left-hand side, and it's a beautiful ball across the face by Brandon Mason. And Owen Dean threw himself at it, and he wasn't allowing it to not go in the back of the net.
Yeah, in off the underside of the bar, emphatic. That's a nice flick as well from Evans. Really finding their rhythm here. And Sanders is looking to
He's not going to
get there first.
Again, Farnham winning the ball in high areas. That's where Gloucester have been lax.
Jack Dean, oh, and he's dragged just on the edge. Another yellow card is going to be produced. That's 3 Gloucester players now in the book. And another.
A lot of free kicks, haven't we, in and around the box?
Another one. This is closer again. And you've got Leggett and Sanders waiting on the edge. Everybody else bar Mason in and around the 6-yard box. Fired in with pace from Taylor. Handball is given. Penalty, Farnham Town.
I mean, the referee has made that decision very fast. It looked like he just hit his chest, if I'm honest. But there was quick appeals.
Well, what a 5 minutes we've seen. Every Farnham player appealed, that's what you would say. We didn't have the best view of it in real time.
I hate penalties, Ben. I hate them. I hate how likely you are to score. It's nothing but disappointment. I hate them. And it will be Daryl Sanders who struts forward, picks up the ball from Bobby Joe Taylor. He scored his last penalty away at Poole Town. That made it 2-1 to Farnham. We're in a reverse situation here. This would be the equaliser, and 2 goals in 3 minutes for Farnham Town. Daryl Sanders.
Now Sanders. You can hear a pin drop.
I feel sick.
And Daryl Sanders converts, and it did not take long for Farnham to get on level terms.
We've talked about quality all of the first 45 minutes, and Farnham have showed why they are right up at the top end of the table. Farnham Town 2, Gloucester City 2, and the tide has totally changed.
Well, it was an eerie silence.
He took too long, and then he's rifled it. Never in doubt.
An incredible silence before that penalty.
I hated it. Gloucester are stunned.
It's like being at the Crucible.
I didn't know what was going to happen. I thought he might pick it up again. Oh, God. I don't know where to look.
That was a Hobbs A, I
That was a
heard.
Hobbs A, yeah. Well, if you've tuned in this evening, you have seen some entertaining football, even if it was to stop now.
It's 2-2 here against Sholing, and it's 2-2 here. Both.
Here comes Jack
lots of
Dean.
early goals. Dean bursting forward. And he was just looking to clip it in towards Sanders. And that's Gloucester's turn to be a little bit rocked by what they've just had done to them.
Yeah, I mean, it's some turnaround from Farnham. 8 minutes into the second half. And we find ourselves back on level terms, and we are back in a situation where anybody could go top tonight.
This might drop for Sanders.
It's
opts to
50p
flick.
head. Not his game. Stick to penalties.
Harold Pandas. Here's Williams. Joe Jackson, wind in Farnham's sails. Gloucester have got to try and take the sting out of this because it's a real onslaught from the home side. Leggett moves it on. Taylor, it's really quick, this quick move.
Nice football from Farnham. Nearly paid off. But here come Gloucester. Ellis Watts.
Pinchard switches it across to Kieran Thomas.
Excellent from Sam Evans. Knows there's plenty of options off the bench. He can run himself into the ground out there.
And he wins it back.
Brilliant from Farnham.
And it's
Brilliant.
4-on-4. Gloucester body's trying to scurry back, but Evans will get a shooting opportunity if he elects to cross it in, which he does. Too close to the goalkeeper.
God, this is exciting. It's lived up to the expectations. It really has.
There have been lots of entertaining games in the first part of this campaign.
Yeah. It's got a feeling of a Sholing. It's got a feeling of a Pool, of Gosport. Will a moment of brilliance from either side decide this game?
Well, there's time for plenty of twists and turns. So
There
it's
is.
35 minutes. But the last 10 of them have been all Farnham. And whatever game plan Gloucester had when they came out for the second half has been completely thrown out the window.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they've hardly been able to catch their breath. And they've also got a few bookings out there, haven't they? They will have to change things around. I know Mark White's watching tonight. He doesn't like having players on bookings out on the pitch at all.
And he's just cut inside into a good area here.
That's nice.
Just looking to slide it through. And Jackson was alive to it, and Uche gets it out as far as Leadbitter. Farnham's turn to concentrate on their defensive work. Here's O'Regan. Sanders pressurising in. Gets the pass into the forward's feet though.
It's a nice turn from Ellis Watts.
This is good stuff from Gloucester. Jackson with the foul, but it's allowed to go on with the advantage because Hanks has it.
Man outside.
And it comes to him. And Farnham just looking to show him onto his left. And the momentum's been taken out of the attack. Pinchard. Bobby Joe Taylor dives in.
Next one.
Paul Johnson indicating he wants to make another change.
It will be Ogowobi. I imagine for Sam Evans.
Get out, right.
fascinating half an hour we've got ahead of us here.
That's
That's
great
a
knock.
very useful ball. Fortunately for Farnham, Mason was alert to it.
He's caught himself in trouble there.
Yep, and he's lost it. And, well, Joe Jackson was well placed.
Yeah. He had a decision to make, Brandon Mason. He made the wrong one. Got himself out of danger so many times this season.
Dean on to Evans. It's well defended.
It is. Looked like Evans got the better of him for a second. Another very aggressive low kick.
It's worked out. Because here come Gloucester.
No one's near the player.
And he has a go.
Right, keep the ball, just keep it. You're alright, Kiki's got you.
Game finally settles down for a moment.
Just allow me to catch my breath.
Sanders.
Now you're in again, now you're in again. Keep moving there, keep moving there.
Now Dean. To Taylor. Around the corner for
So
Evans.
good.
Left nicely
So
for
good.
Taylor. And this is Bobby Taylor territory. And this is Owen Dean territory. Goal kick.
A brilliant move, and again Sam Evans at the middle of it. I think it might be his last action. It is. But he's been superb up there. He's been a thorn in the side of the Gloucester defence. Physicality, nice touches. He's looking to get back to his best here, Sam Evans.
800 watching as we get towards the business end of this match.
As I walked across the pitch, Margot Obi walked out the tunnel and I said, go and win the game for us tonight. And he's got a chance. I didn't think it would be a chance as clear with half an hour left, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, he came on and clinched it against Dorchester. Farnham already had the lead that bank holiday Monday, but this is a chance to turn 1 point into 3.
Well, if nothing else, it's given me some sort of respite from the chance.
They've quietened down.
They have.
You've got the potential to send out a real needle tweet later.
Yeah, let's not count our chickens, but yes, so far so good. A lot's changed in the last 20 minutes.
Here's Jack Dean.
That's worked out.
Bobby Joe Taylor clips one over the top. And Dean, as he so often does, never gives it up. That's over the Uche's head, not Jackson's. He's still got Hanks to deal with though. They want the free kick. Half-hearted appeals, really.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't really believe it himself, did he?
Jack Dean, who just never stops running down that right-hand side.
He's had a huge amount of space in the second half, Jack Dean.
And now Obi, who couldn't keep it in. It was maybe a slightly heavy pass from Dean. Still yet to see Gloucester turn to their bench during this second half. Canane didn't get his pass to Sanders as he intended. There's Williams. And Thomas now carrying it forward, making good progress. Caught by Mason, stays on his feet. Jackson commits himself.
I've got to be careful.
And that's a really poorly executed pass out wide.
It was more of a shot, wasn't it? I've changed my tune.
Well, it's been a much more possession-based approach from Farnham in this second half. Not so many direct balls into the channel, passing their way through with Uche and Leggett anchoring that midfield. And now Jackson onto Mason, who's been far more involved in this second period. On to Sanders and back to Mason. And the cross was deflected. Made it easier for Thompson. Gloucester get on with it, and that might be a yellow card for Daryl Sanders, the first for Farnham tonight. And you can have no complaints. Good foul, says Paul Johnson. Stopping that Gloucester transition. Mason got his body into a good position there, made that awkward for Thomas. Well, the chances are not coming so thick and fast for Gloucester now. We know they can come up with a moment of quality, very little threat in the build-up to it. So Farnham, although they're on top, will be very wary of what Gloucester are capable of. And here's Leggett. On to Taylor. Oh, lovely run this from Bobby Joe Taylor. He's nudged it into...
It's brilliant from Jack Dean as well.
He's running, and he's just like an absolute engine.
Farnham have really gone through the gears.
So it's a corner. Not really seen Farnham go too close to many of these set pieces so far, despite some good deliveries.
Basically only Dorchester we've scored from, I think. And Jordan Stepney was a goal scorer. He's not in the squad tonight.
Kane with a fling of a leg. Sanders looks to give Taylor another opportunity to deliver. Bit blocked off out there though, Taylor. And, well, he's on his own here. And Mason wins the ball very cleanly and tries to protect it. Unable to do so. "25 minutes to go. Farnham were 2 behind at half-time. And now it's anybody's game."
Yeah, if you joined us late, this has not been the story of the last 45 minutes of action.
And that's a useful ball from Canane into
Obi
territory. And Obi,
he just wasn't expecting it.
no, and
Nor should he have been, really. Such an odd... Oh, the pass back. We've seen so much of that from Gloucester. Well, they've lost the ball in and around their own penalty area. Farnham yet to really capitalise on it. Just feel like they will at some stage.
Dean's going to have another go down the right-hand side. And he's got Owen Dean here. Oh, and he tried to just slip it into Obi, and again they give it away, Gloucester. And Jack Dean is well, again he's brought down. And it's on the edge. How many more times we're going to see that exact foul? And it has resulted in a second yellow. And, well, Gloucester can only really blame themselves. Jack Dean made it all happen, and he's been brought down again in that exact same spot.
He's walking. Yeah, I thought he was going to walk straight past the tunnel. He was at number 3, Dylan Jones. We said, didn't we? There's lots of players out there on yellows, and Mark White will be laughing in his armchair, as I referenced him there, that he usually takes off players in defensive roles on a booking.
Especially when you got Jack Dean bombing down that side.
And Bobby Joe. On to a hiding to nothing, really. And at some point, Bobby Joe is going to put in an excellent cross from one of these set pieces.
Oh, this is one you've got to whip in with pace, surely. It is in with pace and it's just over the bar, but you can't really blame Taylor for taking that on.
Yeah, decent effort. decent effort, and the Gloucester fans are in certainly different spirits now than they were 30 minutes ago.
Yep, everything that could go Farnham's way has done in this second half. They've got a quarter of the game to go to try and find the winner against 10 men. And we're going to see some action on the Gloucester bench. Ellis Watts being replaced by Harry Emmett, and they're going to take the opportunity to have a bit of a tactical discussion. The goalkeeper goes down.
So boring, isn't it? So boring. It needs to be
hamstring, groin, quad.
Needs a drink. Wants the manager to have a word with his players about tactics based on the fact they've just gone down to 10 men. It's the most predictable thing in football. One of the above, I guarantee. I have to say, there's a member of the management team at Gloucester who is wearing a Trilby hat below us, and I have to say I've got to give him a huge amount of credit for that, because that is some look on the sidelines at a football match, not just as a spectator but as a part of the management team. I don't think I've ever seen it before. So if you are a manager and you're watching this for any team at any level, if I see someone sending a photo to me wearing a Trilby hat on the sidelines, I'll give you a huge amount of publicity, because I think it's the best look I've ever seen. It's so old school. I think he's wearing like a 90s tracksuit and a Trilby hat. If we do get a chance, he's got it for me, a cameraman. That's fantastic. I mean, that's some look. That is some look. Huge amount of credit to that. Normally we see sort of like your boring sort of Pep Guardiola looks, and you've got your tracksuit managers. That is like old school Stephen Warnock with a Trilby. I like it.
I don't know if we've ever had so many YouTube viewers.
Other than cup finals, no.
871.
Well, thank you very much for watching. If you are here for the first time, then please do knock a subscribe. It does matter. I know it's a boring thing to say. I know it's cliche, but it does really matter. And it makes a difference to us. Finally, we've got 3 players on the far touchline here as an overload, and we are heading that way.
Jack Dean has made so much happen. Owen Dean that time was being wrestled, but referee not inclined to blow his whistle. But yeah, we got plenty of live streams coming up, a couple of international breaks in the next 2 months, so if you do subscribe, you'll be alerted as to when they are occurring.
Yeah, I'm trying to think when the next one will be. It will be Epsom and Ewell away next Tuesday in the Surrey Cup. We'll see a rotated team. A few players that maybe haven't managed to get the minutes in recent weeks, be it for injury or being on the bench.
Might see Harry Cooksley.
I think we'll see Harry Cooksley for sure. As I'm sure we'll see him in the latter stages of this. Farnham have a man advantage.
He had some late winners last season. Owen Dean looking to just flick it round the corner of Leadbitter. Now it's Leggett into Dean. Leggett makes a run to drag a defender with him. That's created space for Jack Dean. 1-on-1 with his man Uche. Well, he looked awkward as he approached the ball, and the shot reflected that.
Not his favoured foot. Very similar collection to that of a shot I would make with my favoured foot.
You're doing yourself a disservice.
Thanks. Referee says next time goalkeeper takes his time, it will be a yellow card.
Paul Johnson just issuing some instructions to Daryl Sanders.
Today's attendance at the Memorial Ground is 582. Thank you very much for your continued support.
582 the attendance.
Not bad for a Tuesday night. It's relatively cold, and we're offering for people to watch it online for free.
Gloucester fans not impressed with it.
No, but, you know, I've not been impressed with their second half performance, so... Farnham fans giving it back a bit.
Yeah, they're full of it tonight, the Farnham fans. Here's Spence into Hanks, and he's not been allowed any time.
Superb.
That's an important touch from Jackson. We couldn't roll it into Uche quick enough, but they've given him another chance. He's not taking it. Leggett going in, missing his tackle. Owen Dean.
He's done really well there, Owen Dean.
Bit of sloppiness creeping in.
Jared Thompson's kicking all day has been poor. His save in the first half was world class.
Yeah, shot stopper.
Yeah, the opposite of a modern goalkeeper, really. Can't use his feet, brilliant with his hands.
Through to Obi. Not quite able to gather that one. And that's the only real out now for Gloucester, just to ping it down the line. That actually went out for a throw. And they're going to hit another player down. Hanks is going to allow another opportunity for Gloucester to make another reshuffle, I'm sure.
And for Farnham Town fans to practice their counting.
Something they love to do. Never quite sure what the punchline is on that chant.
No, if they could generate one, it would be quite a good chant. And
Yeah, maybe some ideas in the YouTube comments for some new chants.
Yeah, we'll take that. That is Joe Hanks' last action of the day. And I have to say, it's been a very impressive 75 minutes from Joe Hanks. He worked tirelessly in the second half. He hasn't had a lot of service, but when he did get service in the first half, he was superb. And he made his chances count.
Thank you, Richard Price, for the nice words on the YouTube comments.
Aaron Wildig coming on. As is a player that isn't listed.
Always a shame when that happens.
Yeah. Especially as he's going to play up front. Yeah, that's going to make our job incredibly difficult if he grabs a late winner.
Uche.
Can we do it by process of elimination?
Well, he did. Sop Obieri did score on Saturday.
So I'd say it's him. Based on the fact that I think every other player has come on.
Not convinced that Kieran Phillips has.
Okay, so it could be either Kieran.
Substitution for Gloucester City going off. Number 13, Joe Hanks, and number 10, Sean Spence. Running on place. Number 20.
I was hoping he was going to say someone's name there when he was shouting out.
Number 8, Aaron Wildig.
Sarge's gone with Sop Obieri, so.
Okay, we're gonna run with what?
Did also say number 20.
Okay.
Here's Uche. Obi, time to turn.
Poor pass. Has to be better than that.
Given away cheaply. I haven't got the time to be giving the ball away like that.
That's poor from Leggett.
Took too long on the ball. Gloucester have just managed to quieten the crowd a little bit. Here's Wildig. Imran, Uche. Head back down the line.
Oh, go, come on! You can see all the time, yeah? Come on. On the red, let's go! Stop!
12 and a half minutes, and Jared Thompson will eat as much as that as he possibly can with this goal kick. Red card's definitely taking a little bit of the excitement out of it.
Yeah, as much as it's positive for Farnham, it's definitely a negative on the spectacle. It was such a good second half start from Farnham. It was quick, exciting. And it's had to change the Gloucester tactics quite significantly. But you feel like Farnham is still in the ascendancy, as they should be, with the man advantage. There are chances left in this game, just over 10 to go. Has to do better there, Leggett.
Just again.
Has to.
And, well, it's 2 on 4, but if they're clever, well, they don't get the pass right. But Canane, dispossessed. And in getting back in, he's given away a penalty.
It took so long. It took so long to make the decision. I'm not sure I've ever seen a referee take as long to make a decision.
Well, no complaints from Farnham either. And what a cheap penalty to give away. And Waller comes over to the bench. Maybe wants some information on which way this penalty might go. Goodness me. Goodness me.
Well, it's been a game of topsy-turvy moments. And this is another one.
Yeah, big moment. 10 to go. Farnham having done all the hard work. Could find themselves behind again. And they do. 10-man Gloucester hit the front. And now they've got 3 points to protect, not the one that they were trying to protect just 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's a massive change in the feeling in the ground. Came from nothing as well. Farnham were in control. But it was a well-struck penalty into the corner, and Gloucester are back in front.
Well, they can't believe it. They can't believe their luck after what we've seen in the second half. It was 2 on 4. The danger didn't seem like it was too threatening from a Farnham perspective. And they're going to bring on Harry Cooksley for Tom Leggett. Creative player on for the more combative midfielder. Has Cooksley got a moment up his sleeve? Because Farnham certainly need one now.
Well, Farnham need something. They'd still have a man advantage. That's a poor pass. They need to settle.
Mason. To Canane. Such an uncharacteristic mistake from him.
Yeah, it was him and Leggett, wasn't it? Leggett lost the ball in the halfway line. That's a lovely ball over the top, looking for Owen Dean.
Might drop for Sanders. Him and Obi both going for the same ball. Dean chasing back.
Done so well.
Yeah, really good work. And Uche has to time this right.
So well.
Bounced perfectly. And they could finish this off here. Well, they've got a throw, and that will just eat up more time. That's music to the ears of those Gloucester fans. Harry Pinchard, who was instrumental in the first half, has maybe found the decisive goal here from the spot.
Lots of people watching at home texting me saying they don't think it was a penalty. I'm not so sure.
Well, Canane didn't complain too much, which I'm sure he would have done if he felt it was harsh. was possibly soft, but
It was soft, but it all came from 2 mistakes.
Jackson. Farnham have got to just liven up again.
There's plenty of time.
Obi making the run in the right channel. Jack Dean. Canane that time. Well, he's lost out again. Finding it awkward up there up against Olieri. And that's what they're happy to do. Just push up. Try and limit the space which Farnham can operate in. Jackson to Sanders.
It's just too early. Got to wait for the space. Farnham need to be patient.
Sanders.
You need to be patient. They've got the ability.
Cooksley. Now Dean. Cooksley gets a return. Aaron Dean is the target for Cooksley there. And Uche misses his challenge. And that's nicely done. Farnham just can't afford to give any free kicks away, really. That's the aim of the game for Gloucester. Try and limit the ball and open play. The foul goes Farnham's way. They get on with it. Cooksley to Mason. Bobby Joe Taylor. Cooksley again. Taylor looking to thread that through the eye of a needle for Mason. It's going to take something like that, though. Kieran Thomas very physical with Cooksley.
Is that not a booking? I'll never know.
Sanders. Looking for Obi. He's timed his run well. Needs support while he wins a corner.
Well,
Important moments for both teams.
yeah, it's been a very interesting game. I mean, there's been very little between the teams in the grand scheme of things. Farnham have obviously dominated this second half. And it's a penalty that separates the two teams against the run of play.
In with pace, and it drops for Canane. Couldn't get his feet sorted out. Cooksley. And a deep delivery from Cooksley, evades everybody. Olieri and Uche battling. Well, a peculiar decision from the referees. Penalised Uche there. Everyone's a little bit bemused, but
Yeah, even the striker was bemused.
another one where nobody really appealed from a Gloucester perspective, but Uche gets the yellow card. Referee was very quick to pull out the card. Gray Evans is Farnham's penultimate change as far as what they have on their bench. 3 minutes to go, but there have been plenty of stoppages in this half. Five added, says the referee. Thought there might be more than that with 2 penalties and a couple of stoppages with the keeper going down and stuff.
Yeah, 5, 6. I don't think it'd be any more than that. Can't let that bounce. It's been a nuisance.
Yeah, he's made a real difference. He goes down again, and this time he gets penalised for going down too easy.
If I'm honest, I thought that was maybe more of a penalty than the first one. Referee was closer than I was. He's given actually for handball. But he's been dangerous since he came on. Obieri. We're presuming it's Obieri.
Yeah, it is. Dean with the touch to Obi. And Obi goes down! And it's another penalty!
What a bizarre game. What a bizarre game. Used his body brilliantly, Ogo Obi. And anyone could take this penalty. Great Evans has just come on for Daryl Sanders. Oh, I hate penalties, and I've seen 3. Oh, I hate them. I hate them.
Well, this game has had everything. More penalties than you could ever wish for. Obi couldn't have done any better there in terms of getting his body in the right position. So, well, Harry Cooksley is the man who steps up to the spot.
Oh, that's made it worse. That's made it worse.
Well, it's the biggest moment he's had since returning from the Love Island Villa.
Oh.
Harry Cooksley, the man for the big occasion. The man to get Farnham Town level again, 3-3.
Harry Cooksley's back, and he's a man for the big occasion.
And he grabs the ball straight away. They're not settling for a point. Of all people, Harry Cooksley. But credit has to go to Obi for how he won that penalty.
Yeah, he just used his body brilliantly, didn't he? Nice flick from Owen Dean. Oh, it's been some evening under the lights. Sad's getting the crowd up and running.
Well,
on the mic.
Is Cooksley the headline writer, or is there one more twist in this remarkable game where both sides have really played their part? Uche for Dean, and now Obi, and now Dean. He goes down, and there was nothing in that one.
No, that wasn't a penalty.
Came with a strong header.
Farnham have to get the ball.
That was a nice touch to stop that happening. It's into an area which has forced Mason backwards. Waller plays that one safe and just lofts it up. Now it drops for Mason. 1 of the 5 minutes have elapsed.
Yeah, he might add a bit on for the penalty. He might see 6. You feel like Farnham are going to have one more chance. It's the law of football, isn't it? But they have to be patient and work the right chance. The roof, the non-existent roof of the Memorial Ground will be lifted if Farnham can win it here.
Mason.
It's a poor decision, but he's got a foul.
And a silly foul to give away as well.
Another yellow.
Mason's pass was not his best. And it's the captain, Kieran Thomas, who goes into the book this time. So Cooksley, who scored from the spot, is going to take this free kick as Farnham look to edge in front. They've not been in front all evening, but will they be when it counts?
Thank you for those tuning in. We have 4 or 5 minutes left. Can Farnham raise the roof?
Cooksley's ball in. Oh, and it was aimed at Jack Dean. Going to come back to Cooksley. His touch is good. Well, he never normally needs a second invitation to shoot. He decided against it that time. Here's Great Evans. Also a man capable of big moments. He wins a corner.
It's good from Great Evans. Farnham have showed character this season. They really have come from behind so many times. Can they win it here?
Cooksey again takes responsibility. Oh, and Uche got up. And that's not properly cleared. And Kinane! Sat up for Kinane. Evans again. Cooksey wants it back. Gets it. Cooksey fouled. And it's another promising position for a free kick.
Yeah, they're just being ultra aggressive here now, Gloucester, to try and win the ball back.
This time it's left for Bobby Joe Taylor.
Well, it's been 90 minutes of pure entertainment. It really has. It's signified the whole part of this season.
In by Taylor. Comes out as far as Cooksey. Nobody in a Gloucester shirt anywhere near him. He's got time to deliver if he wants to. Jackson. And Dean. Into Kinane. Oh, and Obi's in there! Didn't quite get the touch he desired. And collides with the goalkeeper, just allows Thompson some time to roll around.
Yeah, and he knows exactly what he's doing. Thompson, that was a good chance for Farnham Town. It really was. It was a good chance. And it might be the last chance, but it was a good chance. Kinane just fell to him. Then Obi. I can see so many people around the ground watching the stream, looking at what happened 30 seconds ago. And there's plenty of you watching online as well. Thousands of you.
Well, we don't know how long's left, in all honesty, because the 5 minutes that were indicated are up. Gloucester will hope there's not much more. Farnham will be hoping for another few minutes. Cooksey the man who got them on level terms. And they'll get time to bring it forward again.
You think there's going to be one last chance in this for Farnham?
Jack Dean. And now Taylor. Going around the outside. Got to be careful not to give a free kick away. Stands out the way. Tried to buy a free kick, not having any of it, the referee. Kinane. Referee yet to look at his watch.
Yeah.
Gloucester think it should be over. Jackson into Evans. Now Cooksey. Cooksey bundled over. And that's not a position you want to do that in.
This has to be Harry Cooksey. It really does. Another yellow card. I mean, whether or not the referee has been influenced by the yellow on the Gloucester shirt, but it's been very, very card happy this evening.
Yeah, Wildig into the book. And this is in shooting range. For the first time, really, tonight, a free kick in genuine shooting range.
I feel like this is going to be the last chance. It would be a Beckham against Greece moment, wouldn't it?
For a man with similar stardom.
Well, I'm not 100% sure it's going to be Mr. Cooksey that takes it.
Yeah, Evans looks keen. Obi's in the vicinity.
Based on just scoring a penalty, you just feel like you give it to him.
There's a real committee meeting going on over there.
Who's the other player? Bobby. There's four.
Well, Evans leaves the area. Looks like it's going to be Cooksey or Obi.
Oh, this would be too much for me.
Could break the internet. Cooksey on target, but easy enough for Thompson, and that's the final act of an absolute thriller at the Memorial Ground. Gloucester, who were 2 to the good, pegged back by Farnham. Then they went in front again with 10 men, but Harry Cooksey with a last-minute equaliser to share the spoils.
It was a brilliant game. Thank you so much for watching. 3-3, probably fair. Farnham definitely edged the second half, but it's another draw against a top team and a brilliant game for everybody watching online and here in the stadium. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you for a live stream next Tuesday against Epsom and Ewell in the Surrey Cup.
Thank you very much for your support tonight. Let's all travel home.